Two teams who have jockeyed for that title in the past 10 years. And we head into our final matchup at 141 pounds. The Hokies have clinched the dual meet over Pitt, but now they have their national champion hitting the mats. 71-7 in his career. He's undefeated, the reigning 149-pound champion. Caleb Henson takes on the 23rd ranked 149-pounder in the land, Finn Solomon. Set himself a decent year as well, a reigning qualifier in the NCAA championships.
Yes, Solomon 0-2 versus Henson in his career. Both of them came by decision though, but as we've seen early, this Hokies team this year just seems a little bit different in their hunt for bonus points, and Caleb Henson has been no different.
Finn Solomon, the redshirt sophomore out of Pennsylvania, NC State transfer. Henson, reigning national champ, undefeated at 14-0 this year. Solomon actually coming off a loss, a major decision versus number 6 Lachlan McNeil of North Carolina. Before that, a win 18-6 over Duke's Sean O'Donnell. And not the first time these guys have faced off. 2-0 record for Henson against Solomon. Both were just normal decisions too, so competitive matchups.
Good aggressive clubs from the champ. Trying to, like I said before, it's just those little fits of aggression and hand fighting on your feet. It's what opens up your shots. He's got a really shallow overhook here. Wonder what he's... Faked the double. Goes moving it. Oh, went for a little back trip there, but had a shallow overhook, changes his level, drops it down, tries to blow through on a double. Solomon's defense, though, really good so far this match. Really not letting the really great hand fighting by Henson get to him. Got a key lock here. Tried to step it through, but Solomon has a nice collar tie of his own.
Minute to go here in the first period.
Switches to a Russian now. Now to an underhook.
Two guys who have got championship medal. Finn Solomon, the redshirt sophomore, placed third in the bracket at the ACC championships last year. Henson a tier above that in terms of what he's done for this program. There are two national champions in wrestling for Virginia Tech. Mekhi Lewis has made his mark and left Blacksburg, and the other one you're watching right now in the singlet for the Hokies, Caleb Henson. All-American back in 2023 as well. ACC Freshman of the Year in 23, and also the only true freshman to earn All-American and Conference Champion honors in Virginia Tech history, just 2 seasons ago.
Oh, Henson tries to get one at the end there, trying to chase around the corner. Both of these guys doing such a great job in staying position. It's head position, whether it's hand fighting, changing your levels, or the flurries. Their position has just unwavered, keeping them in it. Henson underneath, seals it off. Gets a very quick escape.
Scoreless through the first period. Henson starts on bottom and gets the escape point to start off the second. Two times these guys have matched up. Henson walked away victorious. 8-1 the score, both last year. The first one on March 10th, and then just after that, a 10-6 victory.
Henson able to get a stall call out of that flurry. He's in the front headlock. able to get Solomon's head down on the mat, which in a position doesn't look like he's really opening up for anything, gets a stall call, but couldn't capitalize off the position for a takedown still on our feet.
And the Hokies have already clinched the dual meet tonight against Pitt. Will battle for a share of the dual ACC title against NC State next Friday. Right now, the storyline in our final match, can Henson remain undefeated? Another stalemate call. We reset with 30 seconds to go here in the second. Now, despite a large difference in ranking, is there something that Solomon does that makes it so difficult for Henson to have a definitive victory over him?
It's a style thing. Like it's sometimes it's hard to pick out and point your finger at and say, hey, that's why this guy can't beat this guy. This is why this guy can't get it done against him and score a point. It's a style thing. Solomon is a very funky, has really great hips, really explosive out of a lot of positions, which is exactly what wins Caleb Henson matches. He's able to get into those upper body, those level changes. He's very short offense and explosive, but so is Solomon, and it kind of gets him wrapped up too. It's a length thing too. Solomon's very long and lanky. That gets you wrapped up a little bit, especially when you're going upper body. It's many things, but overall it is just a style of the two. It really combats. And Finn Solomon is, I mean, state finalist for Franklin Regional, a state champ for him as well. I mean, he's a very, very good wrestler who has now developed to a completely different level as a redshirt sophomore under Keith Gavin at Pitt.
90 seconds to go. Final period of wrestling tonight. 1-0. Henson has the lead, and now he's looking to get some back points. Just missed out on it.
Shades of his NCAA finals match against Austin Gomez there. Tried for the suck back, didn't quite get the back points for us. Solomon almost had a nice switch there. He's got the height on Henson there. Henson able to keep his base though. Way to give up one, not two there. That's the type of style that I'm talking about from Solomon. Very, very scrambly, very hard to score on, and for the type of offense that Henson does, it's tough to score points against him.
Caleb Henson, the reigning national champion, looking to remain undefeated. 14-0 on the year, his third time facing Finn Solomon, and the Pitt product giving him his toughest test so far this season. He gets the escape point, and now there's 30 seconds to go. Stall warning on Solomon, though. Lewis Baker, the official, calling for some action from the Pitt 149-pounder. 15 seconds. Henson trying to get a late scoring sequence. 10 seconds to go.
Henson
Crowd
just
booing.
needs to make sure he doesn't let that push for a stall call and that flurry at the end if he's trying to get one, getting out of position. He needs to stay in position and be aggressive, not let the situation and this tension building up get to him, get out of position. Solomon, you need to capitalize off of it. You need to get in something. You need to do something to get Caleb Henson just a little bit off his game, to get a little bit of an opening and capitalize off it. And I think he's doing it a little bit on his feet here, you know, kind of being a little bit defensive. Almost opened up a good shot there. Henson does such a great job with his head position, though. Solomon working towards the edge, and a stall call on Henson.
Wow, a stalling call on Henson now. Solomon had a stalling call the previous period. All of a sudden, Lewis Baker puts the pressure on the reigning national champion at 149, Caleb Henson. We're tied at 1, and we're in sudden victory. Henson wants to remain undefeated. He wants to keep that 1 next to his name. Solomon wants the upset. He wants to make a statement in his redshirt sophomore year. Under a minute to go in this first period.
Does a nice job getting his hips down there. Looked like the tide was turning towards Henson, working with the upper body, changes level, gets in on the shot. Solomon drops his hips immediately, suffocates that shot from the champ.
48.5 seconds to go. Solomon shoots. Henson gets a leg. Trips. Couldn't get it. Jockeying for position.
Oh, we're going to scramble now. Henson beat him to the corner, but Solomon gave up his back for just a split second, enough to grab an ankle. Now Henson needs to get height, pressure in. Exactly what he's doing if he grabs that hook. There it is.
And he gets the takedown and sudden victory. Caleb Henson with his toughest test on the nightcap. The reigning national champion remains undefeated and puts the cherry on top of a big dual victory for Virginia Tech. How about Henson's performance?
Henson gets it done. You know, you can tell by the reaction on Solomon's face. He smelled it. He smelled that there was an opening there that he maybe could have, but the champ stays undefeated and gets it done.
Well, Virginia Tech walks away with a big victory. That'll do it from Castle Coliseum. For Jared Wilson, I'm Kyle Marshak saying so long from Blacksburg. And before that, let's talk more about how strong that performance was in this final sequence.
Solomon gives up his back there just for a second, just to be able to get a little bit of defense. But as soon as he does that, Henson's able to crowd his hips, crowd up towards his head.
For Virginia Tech to come off a win like that and a nightcap from their national champion to remain undefeated, how does that give you confidence going into that NC State duel next week?
I mean, that's a great showing. That's a great showing. That's a really great foundation point for Hippolito at 57. It was a good showing. And then throughout the match, like we said multiple times throughout, their ability to go out and get bonus points is what can put them in a chance to win an ACC title this year against NC State.
A lot of chances tonight for Pitt to come back, but they couldn't do it. So for Jared Wilson, I'm Kyle Marshak saying so long from Blacksburg, where the final score is 28-9.